found the Laid Off Lads podcast, where three average guys from Central Florida discuss anything but average topics and have all the time to do it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Laid Off Lads podcast. As always, I'm Ferris. Got on the line with us, Phil. And was that Bitcoin Boyce?
Yeah, look how it shines.
You're obnoxious. That's like a shirt that Flavor Flav wore.
Yeah,
that's
what
years.
I told him.
Yeah.
When I looked at it on Amazon, it didn't look like it had this shiny gold sort of. It looked like maybe just like a yellow. But I got this thing, I'm like, holy shit, this is a one-time wear for the pod, and you'll never see the light of day again. But I wore it all day.
A good shirt.
I had some people reach out and said, I was just having this conversation with my significant other about what the hell is Bitcoin. We still have not established that.
It's okay. Nor will we ever. Yeah.
It seems shady as
shady, but it makes you money.
Yeah. It still seems shady. We're sticking with this opening tangent, right?
Have you guys heard about this rocket? The Chinese rocket?
No. Here we go with the Chinese.
When was it? Last Monday, China launched a rocket into space to put a module onto the space station. So when these things go up, you know how the stages of the rockets detach from each other and fall down in the ocean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The main center core of this rocket didn't fall enough and ended up going into orbit with the main capsule of the rocket. So this thing is 22 tons. It's 46,000 pounds. And is now just spinning at 17,000 miles around the Earth. As it spins, it's tumbling. So the United States picked up from their, I don't know, all their crazy, their Space Force picked it up. And they said they could tell by the way it's shining light that this giant tube is now tumbling. And as it goes around the Earth, it starts to pick up drag from the upper atmosphere and slows down until it eventually falls. Mm-hmm. So this thing is anticipated to fall this weekend. They have no idea where. It's like the largest man-made object to free fall uncontrolled on the Earth ever.
All right, so
$5 with the way my luck's gone, that motherfucker's gonna land right on me.
Where would you want it to fall?
Well, they said the countries are the United States, Mexico, Central America, Africa, India, China, and Australia are the.
Give it to Mexico. See what they can do with it.
World.
Yeah.
Odds are it probably lands in water somewhere.
Most of it'll burn up, but as big as it is, something's going to actually physically hit the ground. But yeah, the odds are out. They're rare, very rare that it'll hit somebody. But Chinese, man, it's always a Chinese.
Yeah, that's a pretty big cock up there.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a mistake.
Hell of a mistake.
Elon Musk wouldn't do that.
No. His rockets will just explode before they leave.
Hey.
That, or he'd send another rocket up the next day to go get that rocket.
I was about to say, yeah, we can't like send somebody up there like a big like grabber machine and just grab it out of the atmosphere and just tie it to the back of a trailer and just drag
Put
that
a hitch on
back.
it like a U-Haul.
Yeah.
That'd be ideal.
Hmm.
How about the nose article? Have you guys seen the nose article?
You've done some research this week.
No, there's some interesting. I didn't have to do any digging at all. There's been some really weird stories this week. So
was this a nose that people with bigger nose have bigger
dicks? Yeah,
penises. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I
actually did see that on Instagram somewhere.
On 126 recently deceased men of like middle age, like 23 to like 39, and so what they did was they measured their noses. Measured their dicks since erect. It had to be erect. So since a dead dude's dick can't get hard, they had to do something where they like stretched it to the point to where it would be hard, then took the measurement and then correlated it to the nose size. So I want to give a huge shout out to my brother and his nose. Kudos to you, brother, for what you probably got going on downstairs, because my brother's got a nose on him. I don't know where he got it, but he's got one.
Are you just coming out now that you got a tiny nose?
No, my brother's got a big nose.
What? How? Whose job is it to go into the graves, pull out some poor bloke that died from something,
No,
then jack him off as he's dead to get him hard. Like what?
It's not a grave. Like you have like cadaver bodies, and
Yeah.
it's before they're put in the ground. But also, how do you sign up for that?
That's
Who signs you up for that? Like if your brother died and some doctor came to you, and they're like, "Hey, we want to do this for your brother." I know
Would you have to
you'd be
sign
like,
up?
"Oh,
You're just
like,
laying
is it a
there.
volunteer?
probably have to.
Is
It's
it like,
your
are you
body."
recruited to get dead dicks hard?
I mean, you're just measuring your nose and just lifting the dick up and stretching it, and then measuring that, and you're done.
They get paid more than me.
Defiling the body.
That person gets paid more than me.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
defiling the body. Like what if that guy was a virgin and that's the only action he's gotten, but he's dead, so he can't even enjoy it.
It's sad. Very sad.
Okay.
Rockets and dicks. Welcome to the laid off lads.
What goes up must come down.
Come down. Exactly.
Or it can be forced up.
Or go down.
God
Well,
damn
that's
it.
pretty funny, actually. As I'm wearing, I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a new Orlando Pride, which is the professional women's soccer team here in Orlando. They have a Ad Astra kit. It is a space theme, and they actually sent one of these bad boys up. Don't believe they sent it up with the Chinese, but these kits are really, really cool. I'll have to show you at some point. It kind of like blends together and Starry Night, and it's pretty nice.
Nice. I like it.
Pretty nice kit. Pretty nice kit.
But old Bill Gates getting divorced.
Yeah, what was that about? I saw you say something about that.
He's
Yeah, they're
getting
divorced.
arrested.
So this son of a bitch had the craziest deal with his wife. Before he got married to Melinda 27 years ago, one, he asked his ex-girlfriend permission. I guess he had this ex-girlfriend he was with forever before Melinda. Asked her permission to marry this woman. She said yes. And then as part of the agreement to get married, Bill will take once a year, a week away with his ex-girlfriend in the Outer Banks of North Carolina at her little hideaway home. So that was part of the agreement before they got married, saying, hey, before we get married, I'm going to go away once a week with my ex-girlfriend to this place in North Carolina on her house on the beach, just her and I. And she had to agree to that before they got married. And he did it every single year.
Rich people are crazy.
Can you imagine that? Once he even pitched the idea.
Was it written into like their contract or something? Like,
That's the speculation. Yeah, I would imagine when you're that loaded, you've got to have all sorts of things in
oh
writing.
yeah, you want to make sure you protect.
So now, after about 30-something meetups, she finally got fed up.
I don't know if that was the reason for it, but that just came out that was part of their agreement.
I bet she's getting arrested on tax fraud or something, and as a way to
It's probably his population control
save the money
agenda that
she
he's
gets
got
to
going
keep
on.
it. I don't know.
Population control is now being relegated to his house. One less person. He's weird, man. He's into all sorts of crazy, shady.
Oh, he was part of the one that was speculated to be part of the Epstein scandal, wasn't he?
No, I think a lot of people just knew the Epstein, but I don't. Well, now that you say that, he might have
I thought he took a visit there as well.
to
Really?
that island, yeah, that they had or whatever.
So
Didn't
maybe it's,
good old Bill Clinton do that too?
that dude's touched so many kids, interns. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Everyone but his wife. Everyone but his wife.
Gates went to Africa and what do you call it when you make people not be able to get pregnant? They injected a bunch of Africans with something that made them infertile.
Oh, that's
How
right.
do you know this?
It's part of the
They-
foundation.
Yeah.
What
part of the
foundation?
He's got a big population control agenda. It's nuts, dude. The dude's f***ing crazy. He's into some shady shit, but he's got this whole, I'm a philanthropist. I'm giving my money away. But behind the scenes, man, this dude is into some crazy shit. You read some stories about him, you're like, wow, let's go to Africa and just start making them not be able to breed.
But he knows how to make an Xbox.
He does. Or he did.
Does he? Yeah, he still owns, right? He's still the
I don't
Yeah.
know.
founder.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. It was is he? Yeah, he still is.
I have
Or did he
no
step
clue.
away? I'll
I
take
haven't
a
heard
look.
of Bill Gates. I haven't heard that name for a long time.
Give me a second. Bill Gates.
If she ends up with half, she's going to walk away with about $67
I was
billion.
about to say, yeah, I was about to say, what is she walking away with after that? Holy mackerel.
Yeah, billions.
She's set for life.
Yep. They both are. I mean, how do you spend billions of dollars? I wouldn't argue saying, all right, take half my money, because we're still have more money than you can possibly spend in a lifetime.
Yeah, but rich people don't like their money being taken for any reason.
Yeah, it's all power and ego.
Mhm.
Fucking LeBron.
Oh, so
How do we get back to LeBron?
damn
That
LeBron.
poor man, all he wants to do is play basketball.
No, he does not. Do not defend him. I will go in that room and slap you. Do not.
You guys
I
know
did-
I
I
don't have
despise-
really any affinity for him. I really don't care. I just do it because it's. I don't know why you both of you have such like vitriol towards him.
There's a coffee shop in New York. It's a Seattle-based coffee shop. I think it's called PJ's or something like that. So LeBron made a post about, black rights and all this stuff. And the owner of this coffee shop, which is a franchise, responded on Twitter. It said, "Hey, LeBron, eat a dick."
What?
And the main company was like, yeah, we're taking your franchise away, buddy. You're done." He didn't even say dick. It was speculated because he put the fucking eggplant emoji.
Oh,
Hey, LeBron,
Yeah, that's
eat
dick.
it's implied, but he
That's
didn't
a
say
dick.
it, but he got all sorts of shit, and he's no longer has his franchise. It's great. It's funny. He was canceled.
So going back to the Gates. Funny enough, he stepped down as CEO in 2000. The year
That's
2000.
okay. That's a long time.
He was
ago.
on the board.
21
He
years
remained
ago.
on the board, but last year he stepped down from the board. So now
Okay.
he's
Maybe
just-
that's what. Okay.
Do you want to know his net worth?
Let's guess.
167 billion.
$321 billion.
Would you say, Boyce?
167.
No, Ferris is closer.
Woohoo!
130.4 billion.
Wait, no, I'm not closer. Boyce is closer. I said 300.
You said 120.
I said 321 billion.
I'm hungover.
Yeah, you and me both.
Dude, I
You
just
and
got
me
a
both.
fucking breaking news notification here
For what?
about a hostage situation in Minnesota
Oh Lord.
from a bank robbery. Who the robs banks anymore? Is that still a
True.
thing?
Yeah, it's still a thing.
Is it really? How
I
do
mean,
you even think
Seems
you're going to
almost
get away with
impossible
robbing a
now.
bank?
Yeah, it seems.
I don't think it's impossible, but obviously as technology grows for the defense, there's still going to be technology increasing for the people who want to rob it.
Would you rather rob a bank, an art museum, or an armored truck?
And get away with it?
Correct.
I do armored truck just like the movie Heat. Have you seen the movie Heat?
Yeah, great.
I would do a bank. Bank has more money. Armored truck can only carry so much.
Not nowadays. I don't know if banks actually like carry that many.
Armored trucks don't put dye packs in bags. Let that explode in your
True.
face.
Well, armored trucks also have it already bagged up for you.
That's true.
Mm.
But they're
Snatch and
armed.
go.
The guys are armed, whereas the people behind
Getting a
that-
little lazy.
if somebody came up with a note and said, "Hey, give me X amount of money," and you're behind that giant glass, I'd just be like, "F off! What are you gonna do? I'm behind bulletproof glass. Go for it." And the guy in the lobby is like,
Until they
"Fuck,
no longer have a
no."
gun and they
Bank
have
manager
a
at the door.
rocket launcher and just then you're done.
Yeah, then you're done. FDIC, whatever. They're insured.
Your body would just be burned in place and there'd just be a statue made of you. Just two middle fingers up.
You could rob like one of those Midwestern banks, the small ones that are like privately owned. But the big
Yeah.
chain banks, no way in hell you're getting away with that.
Did you ever see? I don't know if it was a bank. No, it was a bank. The Netflix documentary. Oh hell, I look it up. But they like strapped a bomb to this
Oh,
guy's
yes.
chest and sent. What was
Holy
that?
dude.
What was my? That's crazy story.
Yeah.
Making a murder. What was
No,
it?
it wasn't making a murder. Hold on. I'll look at it. Let me.
That's
look
got
at
a different name. But yeah,
Yeah,
that was
it's
insane. Dude.
Crazy. Oh, Evil Genius or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
crazy.
Creative too.
But it's one thing, but like there's this whole like if you have not, you gotta watch it because it's absolutely nuts in terms of you think it's one thing and then this like story unfolds and it's like some Saw shit or something. Like it's
Yeah.
nuts. Yeah, I think it's called Evil Genius.
Yes, it's good.
Very, very interesting. There's just one that just came out today, the Sons of Sam or something. So I'm
Oh, I was watching that last night.
yeah, I might start that tonight. Not last night. You probably wouldn't remember it from last night.
No. Cinco de Mayo was a rough one.
Yeah. I've not had that Cinco de Mayo in a long time.
What'd you guys do?
Drink.
Well, yeah. Apparently I almost got into a fight.
Really?
You did.
I don't
I
remember.
remember what happened.
I think I accidentally spilled something on somebody's shoes and the guy wasn't too happy about it. I really don't. I couldn't tell you if he walked in right now and punched me in the face. I would have no clue if that would be the same guy or not. Like I could not tell you. I told Phil, I was like, I don't know how tall he was, what his ethnicity was. I could not tell you. I just
Did you
remember
see
I
it,
somehow
Phil?
talked my way out of it. I don't know. Huh?
Downtown the last couple of days have been an absolute shit show.
It's been
Like
a mess.
2 days ago at work, some homeless lady comes in just a bra.
Jesus.
And our manager's like trying to like kick her out because obviously she just coked out on something. And she just pulls out a fork like out of her purse and is like waving the fork around. And I'm just like behind the bar, like about to lunge at this lady if she like decides to swing a fork at my manager. And nope.
Call LeBron first. Ask him what to do.
LeBron.
Oh my God! How does it keep going back to LeBron?
LeBron, is it okay if I handle this situation?
The shirt
If
you were
something-
wearing, LeBron would wear. So I don't want to hear you talk about that.
That's true, boys.
Bitcoin.
LeBron. That's what that B stands for. Bron
Boyce
Bron.
coin.
Boyce
Ooh, I like the Boyce coin. So
Why aren't you
anyways,
wearing a hat today, boys?
oh, it is
I don't
true.
know.
Yeah, that's not about that. Sorry.
Back
Anyways.
to the
My hair's
old
starting
school
to-
haircut.
Go in different directions now.
Mm.
It's because of the
Being
hat.
Trained, yeah, the different way. So now when I try to it with it, it doesn't do what it used to. So I'm like, I gotta ease up on the hats.
Yeah.
Oh, I still have hair. Did you see the potential fight, Phil? Were you a witness to it?
Yes, I was.
So you probably
Yes,
have a better
and
recollection
my-
than Ferris does, since Ferris was 3 sheets of the wind.
I
Yeah,
have
Ferris
not.
was-
I have not been that bad in a long time.
Yeah, after work.
I didn't throw up or anything.
last night-
I was done.
Yeah, after work, we were just sitting at the bar having a shift beer and a couple shift beers. Man, I don't know who brought up the great idea. I mean, it was Cinco de Mayo, but we didn't get out till like 11 something at night. So they're just like, let's go grab a quick drink. I got a friend at a bar and she's the bartender, so she'll hook us up. Cool. Go out for one drink. Mm-mm.
Where are we going next?
One drink. Yep. Where are we going next?
Where are we going next?
Tequila. Where are we going next? Beer. Where are we going next? More tequila. Jameson. I'm just like, what the are we
God.
doing? So we got pretty fucking toasty and ended up at our final destination. And I was there just seeing a friend, and next thing I know, I turn around and Ferris is like, some dude is about to just rip Ferris's fucking head off.
Oh,
And
he would have
he's
killed
a
me.
big dude. You could
Of
tell he
course.
worked out. And at first I didn't know that he was mad at Ferris, but he's just like yelling, like just like, what the f- bro, blah blah blah, and like your typical just downtown bar fight. And
I don't remember.
I remember like I'm just leaning up against the wall, just watching this happen. I didn't intervene at all at first, and I kind of like I go up. I'm like, what's wrong? Like, you spilled shit on my shoe and stuff. And like Ferris didn't even have a drink in his hand at the time. I'm like, how the hell did he spill this on his shoe? And got up, and Ferris being Ferris, like Mr. Nice Guy, just went up and did like the hang loose sign. He's like, no man, we're cool, we're good. And somehow Ferris just managed to sweet talk his way out of it. They end in like a bro hug, and all was
I think
said
I do
and done.
remember that. I think I do remember.
You
it
did
now.
do that, and I was like, motherfucker gets out of everything with just being so damn nice. Like if I spilled something on some guy's shoe and I didn't know that I did that, like, yeah, sure, I'd apologize if he keeps going. I'm like, no, dude, get the out of my face. Like, downtown and me don't get along. I've been in quite a few altercations there, and I hate downtown. And then we stumble out and Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Tequila is an interesting alcohol. No good story starts with we had tequila. Like it either makes people crazy, angry, or it has extreme effects on a majority of the people who drink it.
For me, thankfully, we didn't have too much, but if I have too much tequila, I start to sheesh. Like, I start to hallucinate and think something's in front. Like, I don't know. But, like, and we did it all reverse, of course, because I had beer before all of that. Then you throw those things on top, and it was a mess. Oh. Yeah, I'm not the biggest. It has been a long time. I'm not the biggest downtown person. I'd rather go to, like, a local bar or brewery somewhere and just kind of sit and enjoy, a drink and not be in the downtown vibe of what that is and party and just doing shots and doing all of that. But it was interesting.
Still fun.
I had fun. Yeah. Still fun. Feeling it today. That's for sure. For certain.
Oh yeah. And I had an interview today too.
Yeah, I don't know how you got up and did that.
Man, I got up and I was just so foggy. My mind was just so damn foggy. I felt fine because I pop a couple ibuprofen prior to passing out. I wake up feeling okay, so no headache. But my God, I couldn't form thoughts, words. I did my absolute best, but it was like a very professional interview with a few executives, and I just did my best.
I can ask of you. Just do your best.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's the opening tangent. Mm-hmm. We covered a lot there. Rockets, dicks.
Rocket dicks.
Divorce. Rocket dicks and divorce.
Bill Gates. Downtown. Tequila. Drunk. Did we have a topic this week? I don't know if we discussed it. Did we say something on the last pod that we were going to do? A topic of like it's like one of the most sensitive aspects of you,
Oh yeah.
Can admit like uncomfortably sensible, or did I say right? No, sensitive, like where you're just like your proverbial man card could be taken away for something.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it. I like tea, and there's no manly way to say
nothing wrong with that at all.
No,
but I have my little tea station over here, and
there's nothing wrong with it. I have a teapot at home. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's weak, dude.
We're talking
about
okay,
like question your sexuality type of situations. I'm just gonna say it.
I don't ever question my sexuality. But
that I make you go.
I like chick flicks.
Odd. I got a little tingle there. Something was interesting.
There you go. I enjoy a good chick flick. Nicholas Sparks movies gets me. Love it.
Who is Nicholas
Sparks?
Who the hell is that?
Did I say it right?
I have no clue. I don't know. I've never heard of that name.
I still have hungover mind right now. It is Nicholas Sparks, I think.
I don't know. What movies has he done?
Yeah, Nicholas Sparks. The Notebook. Like, his American
good one.
I liked, what was the show on MTV years ago? Laguna Beach. I was into that. It was drama galore. It was great. That was like
watching a
not
Bachelor.
One that a 20-some-year-old and 18-year-old man really like.
Ryan Gosling's in The Notebook, right?
He is, yes.
He came up a couple of weekends ago at my house. We had a little birthday party celebration going on. My in-laws were here. All my in-laws. So somebody brings up the movie The Notebook, and Ryan Gosling's in it. And my mother-in-law had not seen, doesn't know who it is. So my sister-in-law is like, oh yeah, let me show you a picture. So she pulls him up on his phone. And there's a picture of Ryan Gosling's face and all that stuff. I'm like, dude, he is hot. And they all start laughing. I'm like, you need to show your mom a picture of him with no shirt on. And so she's like, all right. And my mother-in-law is like 70, in her mid-70s. And she's conservative as all hell. So she pulls up with a picture of Ryan Gosling with his abs. I'm like, look at that, dude. Look how hot this guy is. He's a stud. And they're all just laughing their ass off. And she's like, well, you didn't have any problem with that, did you? I said, no. In fact, my brother and I do this all the time. Heinrich Lundqvist, the ex goalie for the Rangers.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Swedish.
Good-looking
He's
chap.
got like the most crystal blue eyes.
Good-looking
He's just
chap,
like,
yep.
my brother and I call him Sexy Lundy. Like, oh, look at Sexy Lundy's playing.
Sexy Lundy.
JT Real Muto, the catcher for the Phillies. The dude's just a good looking dude. So whenever he's up to bat, if like I'm watching the game and he's not, I'll run up to the TV, take a quick picture of his face. I'm like, dude, look at those eyes, man. You can get lost in them.
You're a weirdo.
You
It's so
a
funny.
concern.
We do it to each other all the time. It's like, dude, this guy fucks. It's great.
Well,
can't say
Yeah.
I do that. I can appreciate that.
I can admit when
I can
other like
appreciate, yeah, a good-looking
yeah,
guy or
just,
something like.
there's just people that are just beautiful out there, men, women, you know, any, just you know.
Ferris,
Yeah,
have you
and
ever
I have
seen
no
me
problem
like,
admitting
run
it.
up to a TV? If you ever see me run up to a TV and take a picture and be like, "This guy's hot,"
Yeah, but we have to have.
There's
Just,
like you said, there's a thing where it's like, hey, we're all human enough to admit when
Yeah.
there's an attractive person. But when it comes to my brother and I, we take things to like a different level with that. It's like, all right, we're on this page. Yeah. So let's amp it up to a whole fucking level to make each other laugh our asses off. You get a text out of the blue from somebody and your brother's like, dude, check this guy out. It can't help fucking laugh your ass off. We're okay with that.
What do you cry about?
Those fucking commercials where the military dads surprise their kids in school. You got a kindergarten class and the 4 or 5-year-old kid, and they just
I'm done.
fucking run their eyes. Oh,
Rolling. Oh man, I can't stop it. That tears roll.
Yep, that or dog videos. Any dog video, or even if I go into I can't go into pet stores, or like a pet land that sells dogs. That is what gets me teary eyed. Just knowing that that dog's not going to go home to like a family tonight. That upsets me, and I just got a thing for dogs.
I get misty-eyed when I see movies where parents give their kids like, I'm proud of you, deeply proud of you moments.
Oh,
Just because my parental situation sucked. So anytime I see that, I watch Rocket Man, the movie about Elton John and his life, and how shitty and horrible his dad was to him throughout his life. And sort of towards the end, when he became a big star, he sort of embraced him, and he's just like trying to just get his dad to love him. I'm just like, dude, I cried at the end of that movie. I'm like, this is double gay because I'm watching an Elton John biopic, and then I cried at the end of it.
What was the skit? What was the skit from the two guys that are sitting there and they're playing Xbox or something? They're going back and forth. You know, I know you're gay.
The 40-year-old virgin.
40-year-old virgin. That's what it is.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
good.
that's
Seth
funny.
Rogen and
Yeah.
that other good-looking guy. What's his name? He's hot.
Paul
no.
Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
No,
Yeah.
Paul Rudd. Yeah.
Paul
Like
Rudd.
nowadays, can you make a scene like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
Still be able to joke, like, you know.
Yeah.
I think you
if
have
they
to.
make it, the people
What's
who are
that?
in the movie, the people who make the movie, and the guys who are in the scene, it's like you just know that's
Yeah.
their kind of humor.
You know what I cried at recently? The last episode of Ted Lasso.
I did get a couple
Dude, I was
comments on
like, it's just such a feel-good show, and at the end of it, oh man, I was in a very emotional state for a bit there when I got a little ate off, but I'm watching that, and it's just such a good feel-good show, and I'm sitting there in bed at like 10 a.m. finishing the last episode. I'm so happy.
I
We need to
did
take
when
a poll.
when his wife left in that rainy street.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. He's saying goodbye to his kid, and they're going back to America. It's not like you're just leaving. He's like down the street. Like they're going across the ocean.
Yeah.
And he loved her to death.
good show.
And spoiler alert, he loved her to death.
Such a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
July.
You haven't seen it?
second season.
Watch it.
And I believe, July they have the second season coming out. Very, very good.
That'll make
And didn't
calendar.
Sudeikis actually go through his own
Just recently.
divorce recently?
The fuck
Yeah,
divorce
he
him?
did.
He seemed
Because
pretty,
he recently, he seemed rough during the what was the award ceremony? The Oscars? Was it?
no,
it was one of
the
them.
Emmys.
The Emmys. And yeah, they everything was like virtual, and they just panned over to him, and the dude just looked.
Oh, that's right. He was in like sweats and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like a
he would
sweatshirt?
just look fucking. I can't even explain it. Just broken. He could have been tired because of the time.
It was like 4 a.m. over there. Yeah, when they did that.
But yeah, but still, dude just
Hollywood.
broken.
They say that 50-50 in terms of 50% of marriages end up in divorce, but man, Hollywood's got to be 85, 90.
It's entertainment.
It's yeah,
It's
man.
entertainment, man. Entertainment.
Fucking actors.
We got to do a poll on our Instagram of how many women prefer a sensitive man.
I think
that's always been
how
like
sensitive is going to be the
that's always been something that like people say that they want, or it goes either that or they want like a bad guy, like some rough bad guy. And like, why is it those two extremes?
I think it all depends on the person. I think it depends on your upbringing. I think it depends on your past experiences. Some people have had maybe more normal, I don't know, I can't speculate, but more normal upbringings, just want somebody who's more storybook. People have had a little bit more of a rough upbringing, want people who can bring it. I could be totally wrong there, but.
That's how you end up on Cops.
On Cops.
I have the numbers.
Out of the trailer park.
All right, so the numbers for divorce. So in America, 23% of married couples divorce.
What?
I thought that number would have been higher.
23% of married couples in the United States divorce. This was as of 2017.
66% in my case.
All right. Let's.
Good
Math, baby.
You're on what? Your
average.
Huh?
You're on
third. Yeah,
what? Your third? Yeah.
Third. Yeah, 2/3 of them. 66% failed.
That's why you thought it was so high, because 2/3 of them failed with you.
But no, you always hear that. You always hear 50%.
You do. Yes, you do. I thought it was 23%, Phil, right? I thought that does not seem.
If you were to jump out of a plane and they said you have a 23% chance of your parachute not opening, would you do it?
No.
Exactly.
No,
why would you get married?
100% chance.
Why am I saying this? I'm incriminating myself again. Why would I say that?
Why?
Shut up, Chris.
You got something good. Shut up.
I do.
Okay, then. So going over to Hollywood celebrities as of 2017, what do you feel the number is?
47%.
Close.
And in divorce?
The divorce.
53.
Ooh, Boyce. 52.
Oh, wow.
Maybe that's what you heard.
52. Now that doesn't.
That's normal for.
I'd like for them to do another one after COVID on how many people got divorced after COVID. How many people got sick of their families? Oh, okay, it went way up. How many people got sick of their families and just wanted out the moment that like all of these restrictions are lifted?
That's one way of looking at it.
Sorry.
It has its moments. It has ups and downs. There's time where you're like, all right, this is really cool, because how often do you get to spend time with your kid and all that shit and watch them grow up.
Like your kids.
Yeah, I love my kid, man. He's hilarious. He's crazy.
And that's you.
Yeah.
Not every family likes their kids, or everyone's different. They like their alone time. They like their me time. And when you're stuck up in a house with someone, it can take its toll. I can see it.
I still lock myself inside my office to get away from times, but yeah. I can definitely see where people will get sick of each other and end up in divorce. COVID. It's the new Kobe. Kobe.
Oh, that happened last year too. Holy crap!
Yeah,
that's what started this whole thing.
Yeah.
Kobe started COVID?
No.
Kobe's what started the year off wrong.
Oh,
when did that happen? Like January last year?
Yeah.
Somewhere January.
It was January, because I was in Nashville at the time.
Interesting.
So
a lot of stuff's happened last year. That's for sure.
Yep.
We started this podcast.
Yep.
No, actually, we started. When the hell did we? Oh, we started it this year. We didn't start last year. We started it as a result of last year.
What episode are we on?
16.
Sweet 16. Yep.
3 months old.
Pod can drive.
Did you guys do anything for your 16th birthday?
Dude, I smoked a lot of weed.
No, 16th birthday,
Self-incriminating.
not today.
What the hell did I do for my 16th birthday? I don't remember.
I don't know what I have no clue.
I don't either.
I may have
I don't remember a lot past a certain
driven
age.
a car or something.
I find the same. I don't remember a lot
Yeah, I
of
agree.
my childhood. I mean, I do. You remember bits and pieces, but like, you see some people just recall like certain situation instances, and I'm just like, how the hell do you remember that?
I couldn't remember the schools I went to. My brother and I went through this exercise the other day
really?
where I couldn't
I know the schools
remember
I went to.
the schools I went to. It took a while. It took us about 20 minutes to map it all out. I went to 8 different schools, and I couldn't tell you a
that's a
single
lot.
teacher. Like when you go have those security questions that you have to go through.
I was about
Saying,
to
oh,
say
what
that,
street did you grow up on? Or what was your 3rd grade teacher?
Yep.
And all this shit about your past. I'm every single time. I cannot answer a single one of those questions. It's impossible. I went to too many schools and
That's all
we
the
moved too
drugs.
much.
What was your
All the
first
drugs,
pet?
yeah. I've never had a pet.
What?
Never had a pet.
Same. I've never had a pet.
You never had like a turtle or a fish or?
My mom
Nope.
lied to us. My mom said that there was a city ordinance, or no, a neighborhood ordinance where you could either have dogs or kids, and they decided to have kids.
Huh.
And that made sense at the time because anybody in the neighborhood that had kids didn't have dogs. And anybody that had dogs didn't have kids. So we thought that was an actual neighborhood ordinance for the longest time.
Good for her.
Genius.
Yeah.
I know.
Genius.
Genius. So smart.
And to this day, he still lives by that.
I don't have, yeah.
We had a tortoise just before Cameron was born for about 2 years.
A
I think.
tortoise?
Tortoise. We found it. We
I
took
thought
it.
it was like
and
the
built this-
really, really big ones.
Yeah, but it was small. But the
Oh.
tortoise we had, a sulcata tortoise, would have ended up being like 3 feet tall, like mammoth. So we found this thing in a park, and Mary took it and brought it home, and so I built this little habitat for it to live in. And the day that Cameron was born, we put the turtle in the backyard because we're like, all right, we're gonna be in the hospital for like 2 or 3 days. We ended up being there for like 4 days, so we didn't want the tortoise to be inside the entire time. So like, all right, we'll let it outside. We come home and there's a hole into the fence, and the tortoise escaped. Mary was heartbroken. She made like, missing tortoise signs and put them all over the neighborhood. So we always had this thing. It's like, hey,
missing wild tortoise.
yeah. It
Did you
wasn't
guys do this
indigenous to
in
this
first grade,
area.
or did you do this as adults? What the?
And I'm pretty
For
sure that's
adults, it was
illegal.
6 years ago. No, we found it. It was in a park.
You found the tortoise?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
What did you bring it back, or did you just like free it into a lake?
No, we
said
brought it back. And I
Oh.
built a tortoise habitat. It was this giant wooden structure where they can dig under and bury themselves, and it had a little ramp on it. It was cool. Like I looked up and researched tortoise habitats, and I spent about a month building this thing. And it disappeared the day Cameron was born. So we always say that Cameron's the tortoise. The tortoise disappears and the boy is born.
Ancient proverb from Christopher Boyce.
We called him Herschel. Have you ever watched The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Old guy Herschel.
Yeah.
Every time I'd see Herschel on that show, I'd be like, I would say, I'm old, because he just looked old as shit. And so this tortoise just walked and crept super slow, like he was ancient. And so every time the tortoise would walk, I'd be like, oh, I'm old. I'm like, hey, let's just name him Herschel. So we named him after the character on Walking Dead, Herschel.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was one of our more random pods.
I like your casual vibe going on. I think you should hold your
Me?
mic every time, and I think you should hold the mic every time and just chill.
I feel really non-professional. And like, not that
It
we're
looks
professionals,
good.
but-
It looks
but,
like you're
we're
just
Boys,
I don't
know.
where did you live when you adopted this turtle?
Well, my wife owned a condo right off of Kirkman and Conroy.
So in
Then
Florida,
we moved. Yeah, then we moved into Winter Garden.
where it's illegal to habitat a tortoise.
once again
No.
self-incriminating. Once a pod, boys.
Currently-
It's out there somewhere.
Currently, Florida state regulations clearly indicate that it is illegal to handle or disturb tortoises. Clearly.
Oops.
This is on tortoises.org.
Yeah. What do they know?
It's It's only a website dedicated to the
not-
species.
I need to have a segment where I incriminate myself about
He gone.
because I'm making a habit of it apparently.
Spectrum.
What
Spectrum.
the heck did he do?
Who?
Spectrum.
You still hear him?
You gone.
Am I
Yeah,
gone?
Boyce, you gone? I see you.
Shit, I think I hit the button by mistake.
Hey, welcome back.
I hit the button by mistake.
Not a boy. Not like we've done this 15 times before or anything.
It's true.
Thank you all for listening to the Laid Off Lads. You can listen to us on, I almost forgot like what the hell I was going to say here for a little bit. Still a little foggy from last night. You listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. You can also head over to our website, www.laidofflads.com, and our social medias, Facebooks and Instagram. You can get links to all of that stuff from there. But thank you all for continuing to listen to us on this endeavor, as Boyce is rocking a Bitcoin shirt. Looks like Flavor Flav. We will be giving away that shirt on the next episode. No, I'm kidding. Does anybody want a Bitcoin
I
shirt?
don't plan on wearing it again.
The Laid Off Lads giveaway contest, an obnoxious Bitcoin shirt.
Yep.
Thank you all very, very much. Talk to you next time. Tequila.
Thanks for listening to the Laid Off Lads podcast. And if you're hiring, well, you know where to find us.